I always knew you were a dark horse, Mr. Yang.
Well, speak for yourself. Albert,
Yang
if I had met you a few years ago,
si
my
burung.
creative career would have taken a more interesting turn.
You know, I heard you had something new in the works. What's it about? Let me guess. The Adventures of the Nameless.
Well, it's early concept at the moment. The Express crew has given me a lot of food for thought. But still, when it comes to key plot points, I'm in need of some inspiration.
Ooh, inspiration. How about,
How about this?
We give you some ideas. After all, when it comes to scripts, we're seasoned professionals.
Security! Security!
Suaranya Kafka ini.
Security!
The rules of this game are like reality. We all think we have infinite possibilities, but when you really analyze it, every question and answer is constrained by previous choices. Relax. Time to say bye. Boom.
Late.
You think another name and face can blot out the sin of your past? Fail. And you release your full potential.
Wow, si ini coy.
Is the key to opening
Dan
the way
Hank,
through
Imbibitor
to the
Lunai.
Arbor. Has coming here triggered your memory. What happens next is in your hands.
You, and you. All three of you are staying right here.
The karma of past lives changed the world of the present.
Wah, 1.2 udah bisa ngeliat si Dan Hank berarti ya.
Crumble, turn on one another, and destroy that which you love with your own hands.
Wih, Dan Hanknya berubah cuy, 1.2 cuy. Oke, kode pertama ya, 7B 6GBZ TVTB ya. Ini mirip Genshin, expirednya besok siang jam 11. Gue pastinya Mami Kafka dong, gila. Blade mah bisa kapan-kapan, Mami Kafka tidak tergantikan.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm your buddy Albert, and welcome to the version
Halo
1.2
bro, era Heisei, selamat
Even
malam.
Immortality Ends special program. Today, we have 3 special guests in the hot seats. Introducing...
Hey guys, I'm Cheryl Texera, and I voice Kafka.
Hey there, I'm Damon Mills, and I voice Blade.
Hi, folks. My name is Corey Landis, and I voice Welt.
Guys, it's great to have you with us. Man, that trailer was a roller coaster. Corey, your thoughts?
Whoa, me already? Okay. It looked like various factions were getting ready for battle. I think we're one move away from a serious showdown here.
Agreed. It was cool to see some new environments and enemies, too.
better get my team in order.
You're gonna need to, my friend. In version 1.2, the Xianzhou
Cloud
Lafu
Tower
will face a
Trust.
setback that threatens the fate of the whole alliance. The Trailblazer will need to pass through various
Akhirnya ya,
downs
kita
and arrive at the
dikasih
location of the
misi
sealed
Trailblaze
enclosure
baru.
harbor, where a
Ini
decisive
1.1 bosen banget nggak ada misi
responsible for
gila.
the Stellaron disaster awaits.
Not to mention, Don Hung finally gets reunited with the Astral Express crew.
Don Hung's journey has been longer than most could imagine.
Care to elaborate, Damon?
I didn't say anything.
Ah, come on, guys. You're trying to get me fired here. Editors, cut that bit out. What was I gonna say? Oh, right. The story left off on a bit of a cliffhanger last time.
It sure did. I mean, why did Jing Yuan deploy those forces? Who is he trying to catch?
And what about the Stellaron hunters? Where did they go after escaping?
Well, who says they went anywhere?
Cut that out too. I'm sure all these questions will be answered in the upcoming story. Now, aside from Trailblaze mission updates, version 1.2 will see new characters coming to the warp. First on the scene, Blade.
Oke, Blade ya. Setahu gue dia Destruction Wind. Jurusnya keren sih.
I have a question for Damon. If, say, there were
Member of
5
Stellaron
people,
Hunters,
would I be one of them?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
Lagi-lagi karakter yang
Don't look at me.
nggak ada nama.
I
ya.
don't know anything about anything. Okay?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not one of the 5 people, but here is a fact for you. Whenever Blade gets scary, it's the Mara flaring up.
Isn't he always scary?
He usually does what I tell him.
I should probably unpack that a little. Blade relies on Kafka's spirit whisper to suppress the Mara inside him.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. You know, most of the time, Bladey's a nice, quiet boy.
Totally. He's not a strong communicator, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure half my recording sessions have focused on 2 sounds. Number 1, Number 2,
I can believe that. Huh. It's strange that a lone wolf like him would want to team up with the Stellaron hunters. Unless Kafka's spirit whispered him into it?
Kafka was more of a go-between. The real reason Blade joined was because Elio promised him the outcome he desired.
Outcome? Meaning vengeance? Look, a certain someone on the Express has been having nightmares about this guy.
Not just vengeance, a funeral.
A funeral?
his own, to be precise. Through unexpected circumstances,
Yang
Blade
sebenarnya
became
Stellaron Hunter
immortal. His body
protagonis atau
recovers from the
anti-hero.
worst of sicknesses
Belum
and
tahu
the
ya,
gravest of
karena
injuries.
belum kelihatan
even from
motivasi
death
di orang
itself.
apaan.
Those bandages
Tapi
aren't for
sejauh ini
show.
sih
For Blade,
perbuatannya sih lebih
immortality
ke
isn't a
anti-hero
blessing.
ya.
It's a curse that follows him wherever he goes.
Yikes.
Kalau di Hertos
I
Space
thought I
Station
had
kan
a
dia yang
problem.
bangkitin MC.
Well, let's leave something to the
Terus yang di
imagination here.
Xianzhou ini dia
I'm
malah
sure our
ini kan,
Trailblazers
bantuin
will find
MC
out more
dapat
about Blade's
backingan
backstory as
si
things
Xianzhou
unfold.
soalnya.
For now, let's take a look at what he's capable of on the battlefield. Blade is a wind-type character, following the path of destruction. By consuming his own HP, he's able to deal greater damage to enemies. And I guess that's the risk you take. When
Halo,
you're
selamat malam Reza.
Blade's skill consumes a set amount of his own HP and initiates Hellscape. While Hellscape is active, Blade deals greater damage and his basic attack
Blade
is
ini
enhanced from
tipenya
Shard
kayak
Sword to
Arlan ya
Forest of
berarti ya. Dia
Swords.
ngorbanin
While
darah
Shard
buat
Sword is a single target
ngasilin
attack,
damage ya.
Forest of Swords deals damage to multiple enemies.
I got a question. Can Blade still use his skill if his HP isn't enough to cover the set amount?
In that situation, when Blade uses his skill, his HP decreases to 1.
Ooh, that sounds a little dicey.
A
Gile,
bit.
sampai
Well,
titik
there's a
darah
silver
penghabisan.
lining. When Blade's HP decreases, his talent is triggered, granting him a charge. When charges are fully stacked, Blade unleashes a follow-up attack on all enemies and recovers a set amount of HP.
Oh, dia ada
When Blade
pasif.
unleashes his ultimate, his HP is set to
Stack
50% of his
5
max
biji
HP,
kalau
and he
penuh,
deals massive damage
ada
to a single
follow-up
target
attack.
and adjacent enemies.
HP for damage, huh? Interesting. No wonder he's so indifferent to being healed. Huh?
And the more HP Blade loses, the more damage his ultimate deals.
Yeah, it does.
Blade atau
Blade's
Kafka
technique,
dulu?
Karma Wind,
Blade duluan
also
ya?
consumes his HP
Bannernya
and
Blade
deals wind
duluan.
damage to all enemies after entering battle.
When it comes to taking damage, Blade should be more afraid of himself than his enemies.
This hurts me more than it hurts you.
Ooh. New ultimate line, anyone?
We can't let Blade steal the show. It's time to talk about another Stellaron hunter. His partner in crime, Kafka.
Nah, ini Kafka nih sekarang nih. My Mommy.
Kafka's a familiar face at this point in the story. She
Tiket
was the
kurang.
first
Good
person
luck
the
dah.
Trailblazer set eyes
Soalnya
on.
banyak kan orang pasti ngincernya Kafka sih.
Kafka must have been there for the Trailblazers'
Ini
first
Kafka
word.
benar-benar udah
The
ditunggu-tunggu
first step.
kaum lelaki nih.
No wonder so many players are calling her.
Jadi ya player-player pastinya seneng
I
ini
don't
Kafka
think that's
kedua.
gonna get past the editors there, Albert. Look, what I am interested in is this. Since Kafka appeared on her to Space Station, she's managed to implant the Trailblazer with the
Ketinggalan apa
Stellaron,
aja?
hijack the
Ketinggalan,
Express's signals, and draw the crew
kode
onto the
redeem
CNG
pertama
loft.
sama
It
pengenalannya Blade
almost
sama
feels like
trailer.
she has the Trailblazer's destiny in the palm of her hand.
It's like Kafka said, when it comes to scripts, the Stellaron hunters are seasoned professionals.
Well, that might be the case, but that's not to say the Trailblazers' choices aren't important. What's a script without a director?
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
I've got another question. Why did Kafka join the Stellaron Hunters?
Ooh. So, Kafka was born on Terias 5, a planet that knows no fear. And literally, Kafka is unable to feel the emotion of fear, and therefore cannot comprehend the value of life. When Elio promised to bring about a change for her, she signed up without a second thought.
Now, for someone who can't feel fear, she's pretty great at making others feel it.
This
Pengen
scares
gacha
you
Blade tapi
more than it
tiketnya takut
scares me.
kurang.
You want me to
Di
use my spirit
1.2
whisper
sih
on him, Albert?
ini sih
Yes.
ada
No,
free
I mean,
10 tiket
let's
emas
move
lagi
on to
sih.
Kafka's combat, shall we?
Oh, yes.
Tahu
I thought
tuh
you'd
udah
never
cukup
ask.
apa enggak tuh
So
dikasih
Kafka is
gratis
a
10.
lightning type character following the path of nihility, and she can deal additional damage over time to enemies. Her skill deals lightning damage to multiple targets. If an enemy is afflicted with DOT, they receive an additional bout of DOT damage.
That is to say, if an enemy is already afflicted with DOT, they receive additional damage both during their turn and after Kafka's attack.
That's right.
Wah,
Not to
gila,
mention,
DOT
additional
terus main
damage
lu.
doesn't replace existing DOT. I mean, did you think Kafka was gonna take it easy on him? Come on. And separately, after an ally uses a basic attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack. Kafka's
gila,
ultimate,
follow-up
on the other
juga.
hand, deals lightning damage to all enemies with a chance of shocking targets and immediately dealing additional damage to those already shocked. Kafka's technique can attack all enemies within a set range and deals lightning damage to all enemies after entering battle.
How elegant.
Well, she likes
Enak
elegant
banget
things,
anjir follow
and
up-nya
there's a
basic
certain
attack loh.
elegance to combat.
Kafka's abilities are kind of
Tiket
terrifying.
10 kali dari
Her
login ya
enemies
seperti
are
biasa
like flies,
check-in daily itu
trapped in a wave,
kayak di 1.1.
slowly taking damage until
Boom.
Ooh, hey, that was pretty good.
yeah, from HP sacrificing maniacs and emotionless sociopaths to the coolest kid on the block. It's time to introduce our next character.
What? That is a little harsh. Also, since when did Welt become the coolest kid on the block?
Think again. I'm talking about the born and bred Bellabog hero.
Oh, Luka.
Oh, come on.
Ini dari model-modelnya sih api ya. Karena kita belum ada DPS api ya, nggak.
So that's the guy on the light cone.
Nihility anjir, bukan DPS dia berarti.
Looks a little different on the light cone.
Physical pula.
Is an underworld fighter that goes by the moniker Luka Strongarm. He's a member of Wildfire and apprentice to Oleg.
Wait, doesn't
Besok
the
baca apa,
underworld
Bang?
have a fight
Mami Kafka
club?
dong.
I guess that must be where Luka spends his time.
Oh, you better believe it. In fact, he's the Fight Club champion, and not only that, he's also
Mami
a
Kafka udah
reliable operations
ditunggu-tunggu, coy.
consultant.
Nggak mungkin
on the
gue
mole.
melewatkan
So
Mami Kafka.
he's with the moles, huh? Does Luca know he's a member?
Probably. The kids of the underworld look up to Luka in a big way. And the reason he fights is to set a good example of dedication and discipline. And speaking of fighting, let's take a look at him in action.
Luca is a physical type character following the path of nihility. After multiple attacks, he's able to launch an enhanced basic attack. His skill deals physical damage to a single target and has a chance of inflicting bleed.
And during battle, Luka can obtain fighting will through a variety of attacks. When fighting will reaches a certain number of stacks, Luka's basic attack is enhanced.
His enhanced basic attack deals 4 hits of damage, with the final hit dealing additional damage to enemies currently inflicted with bleed.
Kids today.
Oh,
No respect.
damage-nya sih kencang
When
juga ya
Luca
kayaknya ya.
unleashes his ultimate, in addition to dealing damage,
Cuma
he
biasanya
also obtains
Nihility kan
fighting will,
nggak
and
gitu
there's a
bisa
chance of
nge-damage ya.
increasing the target's damage received for a set number of turns.
Woo! And when your opponent's fist is the same size as your head, it's time to throw in the towel.
Yeah, well, it's the power of those punches that scares me. I mean, I'm sure having a robotic arm is also a big help, but I think Luca's strength lies in his love of the sport. Oh, and I almost forgot. When using his technique during exploration, Luca obtains fighting will after entering battle.
Jeez! Does this guy ever take a break? Well, it was great to start off the program with a character deep dive. Next up, it looks like we've got 2 brand new 5-star light cones coming to the warp in version 1.2.
Light cone-nya
Let's start
Blade nih.
with a Path of Destruction light cone, the unreachable side.
Oh, okay. Question. The Paradise Blade mentions in his ultimate line, is that where he's standing right there?
I don't know what paradise means to you, Corey, but a barren sword-filled wasteland isn't my idea of a vacation.
Speak for yourself. Here's a fun fact. Each of those swords had an owner, and Blade was the last one to see them alive.
Oh, whoa! So he killed them for their swords. Only a brutal, calculated, jealous mind could do something like that.
Stop! The Maniac and Sociopath segment is over.
Maniac and Sociopath.
Moving swiftly onto a 5-star Path of Nihility light cone. Patience is all you need. Here, we see, our resident sociopath again.
Okay. Well, looks like Kafka's waiting for the main course to arrive there, huh?
What do you think's on the menu?
You want to guess?
What are you looking at me for? Come on, nobody eats out, right? During the first phase of version 1.2 in the character warp, a
Oke,
lost soul,
karakternya
Trailblazers can obtain the
Arlan,
limited 5-star
Sushang,
character Blade.
Natasha ya.
During the same phase, in the Lycon event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, the unreachable side, will be boosted. And during the second phase of version 1.2, in the character warp,
Winnernya Kafka nih langsung dikasih tahu
Trailblazers
ada
can obtain
Luka,
the limited 5-star character
Shampoo,
Kafka and
sama
4-star character
ini
Luka.
nih,
And
Serval.
during the same phase, in the light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, patience is all you need, will be boosted.
Lumayan nih, gacha Kafka nih bisa dapat Luka sama
And that's a wrap on banners.
Eidolonnya si Sampo nih.
I need to lie down. Don't go anywhere, Trailblazers.
Oke, kode kedua ya, MSP T7HAZ TCTX. Ini bisa dapat 100 Stellar Jet ya. Sama 5 buku XP nih yang selalu kekurangan ya kalau di game ini ya. Kalau di Genshin mah udah luber-luber buku XP.
Welcome back, everyone! As mentioned at the start of the show in version 1.2, before the Trailblazers' decisive boss battle, they will need to pass through various delves. No surprise then? That 1.2 would unlock 2 new areas, the Alchemy Commission and
baru ya.
Scale Gorge Waterscape.
Alchemy
Now, the
Commission
Alchemy
sama
Commission,
Scarlox Waterscape.
is that where the Xianzhou makes its medicines, or...?
Ini
You
tempatnya
got it.
ini nih, Dan
The
Heng nih
Alchemy
pasti nih.
Commission is one of the 6 commissions of the La Fu. And for no prize whatsoever, can anyone name all 6?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. The Alchemy Commission, the Divination Commission.
The Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, the Cloud Knights. Oh, shoot, what was that other one?
Drum roll, please. The Realm Keeping Commission.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The Alchemy Commission used to focus their efforts on the
Oh,
way
ini ya map barunya ya.
but these days, it's all about medical research and treating diseases.
Now, the Trailblazer came face to face with some Alchemy Commission folks in Exalting Sanctum, but things seemed a little off.
I don't want to create more work for the editors, but I have a theory that the reason why that...
Adjacent to the Alchemy Commission
Woi,
lies Scale
patungnya
Gorge
Dan Heng,
Waterscape,
cuy.
the realm of the videographer.
He's just ignoring us now.
We've got a lot to get through. Where was I? Oh, along with the Alchemy Commission and Scale Gorge Waterscape come new puzzles.
Aduh,
Seems
puzzle
like
lagi.
Trailblazers will face a lot of new challenges on the road to the Ambrosial Arbor. I can't wait.
Oh, Owlbert, are you making Corey read off the teleprompter?
Puzzles
Dan
are
Heng
the
punya
only
bentuk
new
naga sama
challenges
ultinya
Trailblazers will be
yang
facing
berubah
in
sesuai
these
abang
areas.
katakan iya.
There are
Soalnya
monsters
leaknya udah rame itu, leaknya dari kemarin.
First up, a creature of indomitable size and destructive power, the malefic ape.
Wah, bos baru
And
nih.
next on the list, an
Aduh, yang
entity
beginian
made up
baru
of
lagi.
humanity
Paling malas gue nih
that
lawan
has
nih cewek
remodeled
nih.
itself in the way of immortality, the Ascended. And finally,
Yen Ching?
Huh?
Why would the General's aides attack a Cloud Knight Lieutenant?
all will be revealed
Kok ada bos si
in
anjing?
version 1.2 story.
I think we skipped an enemy, Albert. You mentioned a boss lurking on the Xianzhou.
Anjing, ngeri banget ya anjingnya.
Care for a sneak peek?
Oh, how could I forget?
Wah, ini nih bosnya nih nanti nih. Di 1.2 nih. Wah, anjir, mukulin toket anjir. Disentil banget. Anjir, ada
Hold on your
berapa
hats,
bentuk
folks.
dia.
It's Vantilia the Undying, wielder of the power of both the destruction and the abundance. In her first phase, she summons abundance lotuses which restore her HP and reduce the player team's skill points.
Weakening her enemies and strengthening herself in one fell swoop? Yikes.
That's why choosing the right moment to destroy those abundance lotuses is so important. Eliminating an abundance lotus recovers 3 skill points.
Well, when you borrow something, you gotta give it back.
Now, in her second phase, Fantilia uses her destruction power to summon destruction
Oh, ini
lotuses.
destruction.
These lotuses reduce ally max HP and when in bloom, deal damage to a single target.
So, should we just wait for them to stop blooming before we take them out?
No, I doubt the power of the destruction is as simple as that.
Oh, you're not wrong, Cheryl. When the lotuses aren't in bloom, their toughness doesn't receive damage. As such, Trailblazers should seize the moment when the flowers are open to break their weakness. And finally, in the third phase, Fantilia goes golden. What terrible trick does she have up her sleeve? I'm afraid Trailblazers are gonna have to wait. to
Biji
find
banget, bunganya 4 biji.
I'm curious, where did Fantilia even come from? How come she can use the powers of the abundance and the destruction?
I hate to be that guy again, but all will be revealed in the version 1.2 story.
Dia nggak mau nge-spoiler kenapa bosnya bisa ada destruction sama abundance.
All the beans. When the main story combat draws to a close, Fantilia the Undying will join the Echo of War and drop the advanced trace materials
benar
required
kan?
for Blade,
Nongol dia di sini.
Kafka, and Luca. Regret of Infinite Okama.
And a quick reminder, Trailblazers, Echo of War has a limited number of weekly rewards, so don't forget to plan ahead.
Also, in version 1.2, Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Celestial, is arriving, which drops the brand new character Ascension material, Ascendant Debris. This is also the Ascension material required for Blade.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, it's time to talk about version 1.2 events.
Ooh, I've been waiting for this segment. Let's start with Tales of the Fantastic. The crisis on the Xianzhou Laofu has subsided, and the feats of the Nameless can be heard on every street corner. Starskiff Haven storyteller, Mr. Cien, is interested in the Astral Express's tale, eager to work his storytelling magic.
Oh, yeah, the storyteller. I'm familiar with him. I wonder what he'll do with the Trailblazers story. His artistic license and collage editing bring
Sekarang
all
hadiahnya
kinds of
bikin
tales to life.
relic
Well,
dikasih
that's
terus
Mr.
ya.
Cien, all right. To spruce up the tale, he's given us a set of protagonist models.
Protagonist models? What's that?
I hear it's kind of a magical object invented by one of the scriptwriters at the Immersion Club. It industrializes the scriptwriting process. As long as you follow its guidance, you'll be able to captivate an audience with your storytelling. To unleash the full potential of the protagonist models, the Trailblazer must accompany Mr. Cien into the past and visit historical battle
Ngendaliin
locations.
burung.
Now, the name might be a little dull, but don't underestimate the protagonist models. Different combinations have different effects. Once the protagonist models have been properly refined, Legend of the Trailblazer can be a runaway hit.
Oh, this sounds like a fun event.
Well, there's more where that came from. The next event is called Underground Treasure Hunt. The underworld appraiser, Bellaway the Miner's Lamp, is making a comeback.
They say that in Belobog's great mine, ancient ruins have been discovered where many rare treasures and relics are waiting to be identified.
Tuh, ini
However,
dikasih
according to the senior
barang buat
treasure
bikin
hunter
relic juga nih.
Axe, there exists a space beneath the ruins where relics of even greater value may be found. The only thing is, the road to the ruin depths is filled with all kinds of danger.
Treasure hunters must steel themselves and explore sealed areas in order to progress deeper into the ruins.
I'm sure these sealed areas are full of hidden treasures, but there's always a catch.
Surprise and danger rolled into one. I'm sure Kafka would get a kick out of this.
Treasure hunters will need endurance, courage, and insight if they want to succeed. It's almost certain that the sealed areas will contain enemies, but supplementary items and keycards to other sealed areas are the secrets to progression.
This is a solo mission, right? It sounds like a tough challenge to take on alone.
Oh, they won't be alone. During exploration, treasure hunters can be sure to run into familiar faces.
Let's hope that we're happy to see them.
So do treasure hunters get any kind of special rewards?
Of course! In the Underground Treasure Hunt event, aside from the usual stellar jade, treasure hunters can obtain the themed Where's the Rabbit chat box.
Isn't
Where's
the
the rabbit?
rabbit in the chat box?
It's a treasure chest. What I'm trying to say is the theme of the chat box is called Where's the Rabbit?
Okay. So the rabbit's in the treasure chest, right?
In version 1.2, the message and chat box functions will be enabled for the first time. Trailblazers can obtain and swap between chat boxes. And I'm not just talking about the friend chat screen.
Oh,
I'm
ganti
talking about
text
the game's
box-nya.
character interaction chat boxes too.
Oh, I love the rabbit design. It seems like something Clara would like too.
So cute.
Yeah, so cute.
Do you think Svarog could have designed it for
Oh,
her? Maybe?
Interesting thought. Safe to say that chat boxes will continue to get updates. Trailblazers will be able to view and swap between those they already have, as well as view those they've yet to obtain. On to the next event.
Where are you, Mystery Trotter?
Mystery Trotter.
This really is the version of missing creatures, isn't it?
The good news is, all of them can be found. Regan Abellabog has come across a new scientific research gadget. Homemade sensor number 223. The device is able to detect mysterious coordinates that display abnormal readings.
I recognize that abnormal reading. Isn't that just a trotter?
Oh no, don't tell me that we have to fight it. I mean, sure, it's a little scary, but it's cute, right?
If I told you it dropped stellar jade, would that change how you feel, maybe?
Kalau ketemu trotter harus
that thing's bacon.
dibunuh secepat mungkin.
Sorry.
You know what's tastier than bacon?
What?
Forgotten Hall updates!
Forgotten
Version
Hall.
1.2, the brand new memories of Cienjo, the voyage of Novice's Trigger.
Forgotten Hall dikasih baru apa
Yeah, now we're talking.
ditambahin stage nih?
That's not all. After clearing the Forgotten Hall memories of Cienjo Stage 1, Trailblazers
Ada
can
event
obtain
apa
the
aja bang
4-star
di update
character you
1.2?
call.
Ya eventnya itulah.
In addition to the Forgotten
Membosankan,
Hall, the
membosankan.
simulated universe will
Nah,
also
ini
be
simulated
receiving an
universe
update
nih
in the
ditambahin
form
nih.
of World 7. And the brand new
Relik
planar
baru,
ornaments, Rutland
Crit
Arena,
Thread.
and Broken Keel will be added to the World 7 immersion.
Wah gila nih
device.
Rutilan
The ride
Arena
doesn't
bagus nih.
stop there either. In version 1.2's Planar Fisher,
Planar
event,
Fisher.
Trailblazers that successfully challenge the simulated universe can
Oh ini
obtain
kayak
a
yang
set
di
amount
1.1
of
kemarin ya,
planar
double
ornament
drop ya.
rewards. Meanwhile, in the Alchemy Commission's Cavern of Corrosion, Trailblazers can obtain the brand new Cavern Relics, Longibus Disciple, and Messenger Traversing Hackerspace.
Nice.
And finally, in 1.2's Realm of the Strange event, players that successfully challenge the Cavern of Corrosion can obtain a set amount of double Cavern Relic
Wah
rewards.
anjir, reliknya juga di double cuy.
I think we're gonna pass out for a while. Over to you guys.
No problem. We got you, buddy. We got you. In version 1.2, the two
Wah,
companion missions,
story-nya
Letter from a Strange
Kafka
Woman
nih.
and For I Have Touched the Sky, will be arriving.
In
Sama
Letter from a
Yukong.
Strange Woman, the Trailblazer will receive a request from Kafka. As for how the Trailblazer should respond, I only have one thing to say. When you have a chance to make a choice, make one that you know you won't regret.
Ada bansos redeem code udah keluar 2 tadi.
Isn't he supposed to be passed out?
I think someone's playing
Nanti di
sound
sosmed
bites.
juga pasti rame lah orang-orang ngepost lah.
I should say a little something about the other
Code
companion
redeem.
mission. In For
Ntar
I Have
gua kalau
Touched the
dapat juga
Sky,
gua post
an
di
accident
Discord
has
paling.
occurred in Stargazer Navalia. When the Trailblazer investigates, they find a girl in trouble. Who could she be? And what secrets could Yukong be hiding?
Thanks for watching Keep It Up with Star Rail.
Hey, sound guy, a little early on that one.
Before we bring things back to a close here, let's talk about the ever-popular reward events. Version 1.2.
Nah, benar nih
will see
yang tadi
the
gua bilang
return
nih,
of the
10
gifted
tiket gratis.
Odyssey check-in event. During the event, as long as Trailblazers
1, 2,
log
3,
in for 7
4, 5,
days,
6, 7, 8,
doesn't
9,
have to be
10, 10.
consecutive, they can acquire 10 Star Rail
Lumayan,
special
cuy.
passes.
Yes, I love a check-in event.
Nih game sih royal banget ya.
Exciting.
Can somebody get Corey some water, please?
Nah, kode terakhir nih, 5 TP, BP, GAG, BDAK. Jangan lupa redeem ya sebelum besok jam 11 siang. Bang, nanti buatin video nggak? Gue nggak buatin video yang recap live gini ya. Paling di posting di ini Discord. Kalau nggak di community postnya YouTube paling. Kalau video-video recap gitu kayak youtuber lain gue nggak bikin. Nggak sempet gue soalnya bikin begituan.
Well, I said it last time, and I'll say it again. Time flies when you're having fun. Another special program has come to an end. We talked about a lot of 1.2 features. You guys, got any favorites?
Gotta be that boss fight for me. When the crew fought the Doomsday Beast and Cocolia, Welt was watching from the sidelines. This will be the first time we see him on the battlefield.
Ooh.
So watch your back, Fantilia.
I'm excited to see more of Blade. Heck, I recorded enough fighting efforts to lay down an album. We better get some fight scenes, come on. Not to mention, it seems like him and Danhung are finally about to meet. Something tells me they're not gonna settle things over a cup of tea.
Uh-oh. As for me, it is all about Kafka. Although I am curious about the Tales of the Fantastic event, because this sounds like Trailblazers have plenty of room to get creative.
Seems like we're all a little biased here. but
Totally.
one thing is for sure, 1.2 is a version to look forward to. Albert here has done a good job keeping us in check today, you know, and there's still a lot of mystery out there for you Trailblazers to delve into.
You guys
Cuma yang
are
seru
a
mah
handful, right?
ini ngungkap
You made
misteri
that live.
Dan Heng
That's
ya.
it for
Masa
Honkai
lalu Dan Heng kenapa
Star
bisa
version 1.2
bentuk naga
special
itu.
program, folks. Thanks again to all you Trailblazers for tuning in, and see you. for the next
1.2.
one.
Bye, guys.
Lihat aja di itu
Yo.
gacha. Lihat di gacha kan kelihatan tuh si bannernya Luocha kan tinggal 10 hari lagi kalau nggak salah bannernya Luocha.
The Inter-Astral Peace Corporation has just declared the latest galactic bounty hunt, calling for the capture of the Stellaron hunters. According to reliable sources, Kafka and Blade are expected to appear at the upcoming Cosmic Refreshment Supplies event, which poses a high risk of destruction. We urge the public to remain vigilant. We will announce the whereabouts of the outlaws in due time and are asking for your assistance in bringing them to justice.
Kafkanya cakep ya. Oke, live-nya habis ya. Jadi segitu dulu live stream nobar kali ini. Soalnya gue juga belum makan malam, jadi gue pengen makan malam dulu. Thank you ya yang udah nonton. Nanti gue posting ya kalau udah dapet kode-kode redeem-nya itu. Thank you ya yang udah nonton malam ini. Sampai jumpa.